Back to school.
Back to school. What's back to school, Mom? I think we have you guys confused. So on Instagram, we like to follow
Really very crunchy.
Yes, really very crunchy. And she has one, it's a back to school, and her kids say, back to school. What's back to school, Mom?
Because they're homeschooled?
Because they're homeschooled. All right, anyway, hi there, I'm Jennifer. This is The Country Life. Welcome to my channel. I know that there are a number of you out there who do homeschool, and I get this question often from you, what are you using for homeschool? So finally, I am taking a little moment here today. I pulled out a bunch of the stuff that we're going to be using, and I'm going to just kind of walk you through what we're going to be using generally for homeschool this year, 2025-26. First of all, let me just give you a scan. This is our general homeschool closet. I have been homeschooling, well, let's see. 97. If we would say that we started homeschooling when Emily was in kindergarten, I have been homeschooling since, I believe, 2002. We have accumulated a lot of stuff. In all of those years, I've probably turned this closet over twice. We actually have another one over here. This one's a lot messier. It's got a lot more games and just a lot of other things in this one too. There are some like educational games, country puzzles, some science things, just a lot of stuff. I wanted to just give you this look first because when I show you what I pulled out and I say this is what we're using for school, it could change at any moment and we could just be running, you know, I could jump over here to this closet and decide we're going to do something different, and I have a lot to choose from. There we go. Maria just asked the question, are we doing art? So I've had Meet the Masters for a long time, and I do own levels. I have I believe this is Group A, and I have levels. It says in this little thing right here, Track A, Level 1, 2, and 3. So we are actually going to get back into Meet the Masters.
So we're going to learn about Vincent van
Gogh.
And
we may only get through a couple of them this year. It's just something, sometimes it's nice to have a little change of pace, and art is always a good thing for that. And this is more of the classic traditional artists. All right, let's go back over here. So Meet the Masters for art. Now for grammar, I really do like to use Easy Grammar. This is the Easy Grammar Plus level, which, you know what, I really honestly don't know fully. I'd have to look online to see what they recommend, what level they recommend this for. But we will go through here, and what we'll do is start off by, I'm going to give the kids the tests first. I'll see where they are struggling, and then we'll do those particular pages rather than, I mean, who wants to do 600, what is it in here, 685 pages of grammar? It would be impossible to get through in a school year, this whole entire thing. But we can do different sections that people are struggling with. In case you are new here, I should tell you, I am currently homeschooling 3 kids. So Joseph is the oldest that we're homeschooling right now. When you see this video, he will be 17 years old. He has Down syndrome. This is not the material that I will be using for him. I also have a son who will be in 8th grade and a daughter who will be in 7th grade. So those 2 kids is who all of these materials are for. This is in like no particular order, you guys. I just was pulling the stuff out that we're going to be using. This book here is a nice book for just like photocopying. It is specifically, it's based on the Catechism of the Catholic Church, 100 activities. It's for grades 1 through 8. So obviously there's going to be easy things in here. Like for example, this one would not be for my kids, but you know, something like this where it's talking about growing with the gifts of the Spirit, and what do those mean? What does counsel mean? What does fortitude, knowledge, piety, that type of thing? This would be, this is an excellent, when you just need a little added something. I like to make up for them throughout the year, like packets where I will it might be 10 or 12 pages that I have either torn the pages out of workbooks or photocopied if that particular book allows. And it's just kind of a little change of pace for them. They just kind of work on some different workbook types of things. This is another one of those that I will do that with. So this is bridging from 7th to 8th grade. And I like to have these types of workbooks. Again, there's different things in here, all the way from poetry to math to reading passage on the national parks. For one of the parts of history this year, we are going, actually writing as well, so the medieval history based writing lessons, and this is from IEW, Institute for Excellence in Writing. I should have brought out up here, okay, let's bring out one of these. I'll bring out this one. So Excellence in Writing is a program that Andrew put together, and it is a kind of a style of writing to enhance your writing so that every sentence is not just, I went to the store, I bought cookies, I came home and ate the cookies. It is a way to enhance your writing by using things like dress-ups, sentence openers, decorations, triple extensions. He has all kinds of different ways, and this is kind of like his little, just like his little quick start guide right here. And so that is something I have not introduced to Peter and Maria yet, and I thought that it was time. And so we're going to be doing the medieval history based writing lessons. This is based on medieval history topics. I also, for them, we will be using From Sea to Shining Sea. I have a CD that I have printable worksheets on, and there's also a project book here that has projects to go with, and like quizzes and sample tests, different things like that to go with all of the chapters. This specifically starts, I'm pretty sure this starts pre-Columbus, and it's a book I've always enjoyed. I do think it's recommended for a little bit younger age than what my kids are, but it has such excellent writing, and we haven't done it yet, so we're going to do it. They've done other history things, and I really like this. Another thing I have as far as U.S. history are these CDs. We also have the book, and this just goes through a patriot's history. So if I just read on the back here, it does say, since the liberal revolution of the 60s and 70s, American history books have been biased toward the negative. They overemphasize America's racism, sexism, and bigotry while downplaying the greatness of her patriots. We can listen in the car, but there's like 40-some CDs for this. So it's just kind of a nice addition to history. I am going to have the kids do teaching textbooks this year, and so I'm pretty sure I'll have to give them the placement test, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be doing the pre-algebra, or yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to be doing this year. I actually have the CDs from years ago. Now they have it at something that you can buy, and they do it right online. It corrects the work, see automated grading, which is really nice. It has short little videos that go with each lesson, and it's something different. We have for a number of years now been doing like Me Teach Math, and they both were kind of asking for a little bit different math this year, and I thought, sure, let's go with this. It was something I had. We'll give it a try. If it's not working for them, because I have heard some people say as of lately that they've liked some other math. I've heard really good things about Thinkwell. It's just I have this, so I'm not going to go buy something new until I absolutely have to. Since this is done on the computer and there are multiple people in one room at the same time, guess what you have to have? You have to have headphones. And these iClever headphones are super nice. We already have the Bluetooth version, but iClever sent these the corded version to me. This is a 2-pack because they wanted me to introduce that they have corded ones as well. Not only, they don't just have Bluetooth. iClever has 15 years of experience specializing in kids' headphones, and they have been trusted by 5 million families and are a leading choice on Amazon. One thing that's nice about the corded headphones is that they don't have to be charged. The kids really like the Bluetooth. My iPhone does not have this line-in spot, and so the Bluetooth is a great option, like when they want to listen to their YouTube playlist music when we're in the car, or when they want to, I guess that would be about it, when they want to listen to stuff like that. But what's super nice with this is that they don't have to be charged. Plug them in, ready to go. And what's really cool, these also came with this little adapter here, so you can plug this in and then plug both, and then just plug in both sets of headphones here, and both kids can listen to the same thing. So if they were using one of the computers to watch a movie or something and we wanted it to be quiet, they can just plug in and they can both listen to the same movie. Super, super helpful. We have found the iClever to be very durable. Like I said, the other ones that we have, the kids have had for well over a year. They're still going strong. They also have a volume control, so they can only go to a certain volume to protect your kids' ears, because I don't know how your kids are, but mine always want everything to be absolutely as loud as it possibly can be. It's really nice to have headphones for school, because when we are multiple people in the same room, it saves on complaining from other people that so-and-so's device is too loud, their schoolwork is being too loud. Joe actually really loves to use these, because Joe, he does So Happy to Learn, and in that program, Mrs. Brown, she puts out videos for sure once a month, and then sometimes there's like another one or so sometime in there, and so he likes to watch Mrs. Brown's videos, and he can use the headphones as well. They come in a huge variety of colors, and if you get the Bluetooth ones, they light up. Some of them even have cute little ears. Just such nice headphones. I can't recommend them enough to you guys. All right, of course, there will be a link in the description box below if you're interested in checking those out so that you can get your own set. So just check the link in the description box below. That'll take you over to iClever so you can check out all their fun colors and fun styles that they have available. Thanks to iClever for sponsoring this video today. We have Reading for Young Catholics. We've done a number of these before. They have some short readings here, just very short readings. Look at like half a page, and then they just have some questions to go along with them. So just a nice story introducing kids to many of the saints and some different ones, not just kind of the same old, same old. I get these from Seton Press, so you just go, I think it's like setonhomeschool.com or something like that. Really great things. Stories of the Saints. Again, something that I have not done with Peter and Maria. So you can see we have some overlap here. One might do this. Maria might be more interested in this. She's always enjoyed these reading, the reading books from Seton. And then maybe I'll start Peter on Stories of the Saints Volume 1, and then we'll see how far, how long that takes. And then he'll move on to this, and by the time Maria's with that, maybe she'll jump into the Stories of the Saints. These, again, just great stories, more detail than in that one, much more detailed, and then a lot of questions. This is a really great study if you want your kids to do vocabulary, and there's comprehension questions. And then there's always some options for projects, and I've always asked my kids to choose one of the projects to complete. Sometimes it's memorizing some quotes or scripture or a prayer. Sometimes it's doing like some kind of artwork, or maybe even like some sort of service project. So there's different options for that. Like I said, Stories of the Saints is definitely more involved than this, but they both have their place, and both of them are excellent options. There's 4 volumes of the Stories of the Saints. All right, we have Behold and See 6. So this math has 3 units. This science has 3 units: matter and energy, biomes, and astronomy. And Maria is going to be working through this one this year. I understand that this says 6th grade, but last year she actually finished off the year with some science that was here in kind of the 7th, 8th grade level. So, and she missed some of these topics. So she's going to go and do those topics this year. We also have Our Catholic Legacy. I think I forgot, this is a world history. So where all of this is more US-based, this writing, medieval history, not US-based, and then also this is world history-based. So this is another history. Both Peter and Maria have enjoyed the Seton Press history. It's very straightforward for kids who just enjoy reading about history. They're not looking for a bunch of projects to do and things like that. The chapters are very short. Here we go, Chapter 1, Prehistoric Times. And it is 3, 4, 5, 6 pages long, and then it is a review. So we have 13 review questions. We go on to Chapter 2. Very straightforward, but like I've said, some kids just enjoy that. They don't want a lot of extra fluff to it. They're not looking for that kind of thing. They maybe don't learn with always with project-based type learning. They just want to read. And I get that. I'm more of that kind of person. I'd much rather just read it and answer some questions and take it in that way. I don't need a ton of hands-on. But if you have hands-on kids, they're not probably going to want to do Our Catholic Legacy. This has a lot of hands-on projects though. I don't have the workbook right now. I still have to order it. But great workbooks come with these with all kinds of, there's activities and usually different experiments and things like that that go with that. Here is another science. I know, you guys, I am all over the place, aren't I? So life science, all of my kids, like all my adult kids, we've been using this for so long. It used to be just a black and white book. Many years ago, though, it switched to a color book, and this one, just like this, these are both from Catholic Heritage Curricula. This also has a workbook that I will be ordering, and in that workbook, it also has activities and experiments. You can do this as a one year or stretch it out over 2 years and kind of dive a little bit deeper into each section, doing more activities and more activities to enhance the topics. Here's another science book that we will be using this year, and this is the Barron's Painless Earth Science. I've used a couple of these books before and really enjoyed these as well. They have just nice topics in them. Let me open this up so I can show you how this works. So we have, in this book, there are 11 chapters. Each chapter has like about 4 sections in it, and it gives you like kind of a nice condensed version of everything that you need to know. I really like too, it goes through some of the Greek and Latin terms. You know, when you break words down, hydro means water, bio means life. I really like that they do that throughout this book. And then they also have questions at the end of each section. We will not do all of it. We will start working through it. We may kind of jump a little bit back and forth. Like, for example, there is a unit in here on biomes, and we might do a little bit more detail over in this book. That's what we will be doing. I like to use kind of all of that. Oh, and this was a unit, right. This was a unit that Peter really wanted to do, this hydrosphere, and so this was a book that went with this. Again, it was just something that I had already that we had never used, and when I found it, he was looking through it and he's like, yeah, I think that I'd really like to do that. So Peter is going to start off the year with that, and then he will move into the other things as he wraps up this unit. This is a great program that helps kids to understand finances. Let me give you a quick look at the chapter titles. In this book we have chapters like money, coins and paper, Tanstoffel, the Romans and us. We have a chapter on inflation, dollars, money and legal tender, revolutions, elections and printing presses, wallpaper, wheelbarrows and recessions, and fast money, and getting rich quick, and the boom and bust, and how much is a trillion, and just so many different chapters in here. It goes along with this book right here. So each you read a chapter and you do the work in the book. So we are going to work through that. I already showed you From Sea to Shining Sea a little bit. This is from Catholic Heritage Curricula. This has chapters: A New World, Conquest of the New World, Conquistadors of Christ, France in the New World, England Comes to America, The Battle for North America. So many good chapters in this book with a lot, just a lot of information. So that is a look at what we are going to be doing this year for homeschool. It's, like I said, it's going to be for 7th and 8th graders, with all kinds of things thrown in there, things that would be supposedly above their level, some things that are supposedly below their level, but we just look at the topics and we go from there. What topics do we need to cover? What topics are we interested in? And that's what we go with. For Joe, I will be doing So Happy to Learn. I can link to that program in the description box below. After seeing these materials and you have more questions about homeschooling or homeschooling materials, or if I've ever used this, or what I thought about this or whatnot, definitely you guys leave those in the comments. I love to talk homeschooling. And also the link for iClever is in the description box below for you as well. Not everybody is into the homeschooling stuff, but like I said, there's a number of you that are into the homeschooling, and I appreciate you being here. So with that, we'll see you guys in the next video. You guys have a great day. Bye.